This is Rachel from Sunbear Glasscraft, and we are going to work on some stained glass patterns today. I just need to do, a little bit of stuff on my end real quick before people get in here. Let me check. I just have to post on Discord. If you're not on my Discord, you should absolutely join. Let's see. Let's post that we are live, and I'm gonna try not to whisper because I'm kind of in a whispery mood. Alright. I just want to like copy this whole thing. Copy. Alright, there we go. Add everyone in my Discord for the third time in like 2 days. Alright. Great, all the phone stuff is done. We're gonna go ahead and just jump into this. I don't really know. I have a few things that I want to get done today. I have like vague ideas of things I want to draw. So we will see. This is what we were working on the last time I did a stream. It's loading for some reason. I've never seen that before. Live joiner. So basically, just to like sum up the idea that I don't honestly even remember if I've shared it, but basically I'm going to be changing my schedule from, I posted this in Discord, I didn't talk about this in stream, but I'm going to be changing my schedule to Wednesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. I also included Saturday in that, but Saturday is, what's a good word for Saturday? Like if I don't have anything going on, because it just so happens that this coming Saturday is my niece's birthday, so I'm driving to go to that. And then the following Saturday is a festival that I've been very excited about for a few years that I'm actually living in West Virginia for. So, Saturday is like, what is the word? Circumstantial. Like if I'm not going out and doing something, if I don't have something planned, then I'm going to stream that day. So that one is like not as solid. Wednesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Hello! I found your account today and I love it. I want to start stained glass and your videos helped me to know what I should order. Welcome! Thank you so much for popping in. If you have any other specific questions, feel free to ask me. I'd like to start, I always say this, I have ideas for videos that I want to make. It's so hard to find time to make videos when you have a toddler. It's so hard. So I don't know how people do it. Hey Coyote, how's it going? There are people that they have toddlers and they like work and get stuff done, and it's probably because they have like family members or they just take them to daycare or something, but we don't do that, so it's hard. But anyway, yeah, if you have any specific questions, I'm gonna call you Lena, if that's okay. I will be streaming at 3 p.m. Eastern time Wednesday and Thursday. So you can feel free to come in with any questions, or if you just want to hang out and watch the process. Basically what I'm doing today is I'm going to be working on some patterns, finalizing patterns, and then we're going to start streaming in the basement again, in my studio again, and I'm going to put up my phone and you're going to be part of every part of the process. I used to only stream glass when I would actually like break glass, and then sometimes when I would grind it and stuff. So I ideally just want to like have y'all just be a part of the boring stuff. The only thing I probably won't stream is if I decide to do a patina and then the polishing, because patina is like chemicals and it's time sensitive and I gotta walk away and rinse it anyway. So doing well. I've got 15 minutes before a work call. Came in to say hi. Hello. Well, thank you for stopping in before your Work call. Ooh, I just made it so much worse. There we go. So I think we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna let this sit in my mind a little bit. I have some ideas for other things I want to make. Um, but basically, to add to what I was saying, because I'm just all kinds of disjointed. I want to do something big like this, and us live stream it and work on it on live stream together, like one every month, like a big one. So I actually am kind of like forced to create things, and I have to do it. And then it'll make me feel very fulfilled because I'm making something, and I don't make a lot of stuff these days. So, um, my additional idea, and this is going to, I have to figure out this end of it, but basically, I would love for it to be a craft along. So, we draw patterns on live stream, and then I offer those patterns on my Patreon for free. So you just have to sign up for the free tier or whatever, and you'll have access to them. And then you can do stained glass alongside me. Oh, and that's good too. I could make three different levels. I could make a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And I'd probably always make the advanced one because I can paint and stuff. But hello, hello, welcome. Anyway, I'm thinking out loud. These are things that Brian and I have been talking about for the last few weeks. And I feel like talking about it makes it real. So that's the current goal, current idea. So we're gonna work on this, and then I have some other things that I want to work on today too. So I think what I'll do, I'm just gonna go ahead and just get in there, and then we'll figure out the other things when we get there. Today's stream might be interrupted by my daughter when she wakes up from her nap, but we will see. We will see. All right. This is what I want to work on is the frame. I want to make the frame a little bit cleaner. Do the glass lines that we need to do. Oops, I just made two layers. Interrupted by a toddler. It's always how it goes. I think like the kind of the idea is that Brian will watch her, but he has an important call that he has to potentially take sometime between now and when she wakes up. So it might be right before she wakes up, and then I'll have to. Anyway, I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Alright. We're gonna do drawing assist, and then we're going to do our quadrant drawing guide. I still haven't quite figured out how to make this as symmetrical as I want. Like in Clip Studio Paint, there's a lot of options for symmetry. But this, it's kind of, you gotta be a little bit more loosey-goosey with the symmetry. Which I'm not very good at being loosey-goosey with symmetry. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it might be just like a skill issue. I'm gonna try not to cover the screen with my hand. Oops. Why? Just let me zoom out. I wonder. Let's try something. The drawing guide. No. Options. Radio. Ew, this is all kinds of messed up. Alright, that's fine. Let's try this. see if this makes it. Oh no. No, 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 no. That's wrong. Wrong. Alright. Edit the drawing guide. We are doing quadrant. I don't know how this ended up so messed up. Everything got like shifted, so let's move it down. Gonna move it all. Pardon me, I have to use my keyboard for this part. There we go. Alright, now we can try. Rude. That's messed up. Yes, it's messed up. It's fine. We got it. How are you doing, Rude? I recognize you from Alina's streams. Aramnita. Aramnita streams. How are you doing today? My tracing skills are going to be put to the test. Terrible. Something like that. Have you been to my live streams before? Like from a while ago, maybe. I don't feel like I've seen you in my streams for forever. Like since D Live. Maybe you have. My memory's not the best. I'm gonna cling on to when you have a child, you like your memory just sucks forever. I'm gonna cling to that. I'm clinging to that. Mm. What is happening? Copy, paste, then flip vertically and horizontally. Wow. Is that... How's this so messed up? This is pretty bad. You don't remember me from 3 years ago? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. 100% absolutely my bad. I just feel like everything is not working for me today. Here we go. I don't understand. I'm just gonna stop trying to make it perfect because it's not going to be perfect. Ooh, I'm just so out of practice right now. There we go. It's better. Better. Okay. Good enough. Thank you, Coyote. Good luck with your work meeting. And thanks for stopping by. Alright, how are we gonna split this up? You know what I think? Okay. Yeah, it has been a while. I know, she's a toddler now. She's running around, almost talking. And I will be cutting glass again soon. But yeah, life is very different. I moved to a new state. We moved to a new state, I should say. We bought a house. We had a baby, not in that order. Baby and then state and house came next. But anyway, a lot has changed in the last few years. Actually, I think the last time that you came into my stream, I lived in a house in Florida, and then I moved into a travel trailer, and then we had a baby, and then we bought a house. It's been a really exciting few years. Alright, so this, we're gonna do drawing assist. We're gonna turn off this stupid, pointless, meaningless layer. Now, obviously, so for glass, this can't just be like one continuous layer. So what we have to do is figure out how we're gonna split up the border. Ah, okay. You were there in the art shed travel trailer days. Cool. Very cool. But we have to figure out how to split this up in a way that looks good. So we're just gonna start playing. We're just gonna see maybe how it looks if we do something like this. I want it to be kind of like rounded. Like that. And then maybe like a same kind of thing at the top. Actually, that's honestly not that bad. Because these are pretty easy pieces. That's cute, actually. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I was picturing something a lot more intense. I mean, the only other thing I could think to do is maybe, like, break it up here somehow. Let's see. Let's try. But that probably, I'm going to think it looks stupid. Whoa! That lined up perfectly with that line. And it does look stupid, so we're going to undo that. We're just going to keep it simple. Something you have to keep in mind, though, is where you're going to put the jump rings. The jump rings. So ideally, you'd want to put them like right here. Not down here. Right here. But that's not going to be super stable in the long term because all that it would be holding on to is the copper foil that's around the edges. So we need to problem solve this. Normally, like a fix that you could do is just bring copper wire. Let me just do a different layer. You could bring copper wire from this part right here and then just like you could kind of bring it up and make a little loop right here, so that way it's holding on there and it's attached there. But I want to make this see-through. Like I want to make it transparent glass. Simple. I don't know how big this is gonna be. I don't know. Nothing I ever make is more than like, it's not gonna be that big. I kind of torture myself with the little pieces that I do. Like this, I don't know if I'm gonna make these all separate pieces of glass or if I'm just gonna paint the detail lines on. Like, make just the glass like it would be if these are like purple. You know, have this all be one solid piece and then paint those lines over it. It's probably what I'm gonna do, at least for these tinier ones. Like for these 3. I feel like this could, the outer part just kind of sucks. I kind of want to find like, I want to cheat a little bit. Find some like oval frame fancy clip art. I mean, these are not, they're possible to make in stained glass, but I don't want to do that much detail. I don't want to do this much. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to borrow something from the internet just to get the shape and make sure it's all even and proportionate and stuff. Cheat. I know. Look, this wouldn't be cheating. It would be $3. It's not what I want, but it kind of exists. Something like it exists out there. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. This is fine for now. This is fine. Let's delete this layer. You're paying someone. You know, it's not just tracing some random clip art online. It counts. Ooh, what did I just do? I turned that layer off. Alright, let's clean up this edge a little bit. Or not. What is this? Merge those layers. What is this? Delete, delete. That's fine. Delete. Okay, is there anything else we need to do for this? We need to get rid of that. I feel like this is pretty good. Sometimes it's nice to look at it from like another perspective, like y'all's perspective, to see if I like the composition and everything. And I think I do. I had toyed with wanting something oops, over here to kind of balance it out, but I just didn't know. Like maybe if there was another stem with some, I don't know if that would make it too much. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Rude. I appreciate it. 3 years back, goofing around, and now you have a job to wake up to. That's good. That's good. You should probably go to that job instead of listening to me ramble about a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. So, thank you for stopping by, and I will hopefully see you again soon. I could ask one of my art friends about this and see what he thinks, but he's brutal. He's brutal when it comes to when I'm like, "Hey, how's the composition of this?" And then I just feel like I can't do anything. Oh. Ah, yes. You are far, far away. Talk to you later. Thanks again for stopping by. Okay. Now, the other problem that we have is like this stuff. This stuff, we need to figure out how to make this make sense. Because when we're cutting out this background piece right here, this big piece, we can't, I mean, we could, but I'm not going to. I don't have my ring saw set up. I honestly couldn't even tell you where it is. It's somewhere. But this is annoying to try to cut around this like little bud right here. So basically we need to kind of make break lines. It just sucks to do that in glass because I don't like the way that it ends up looking like this. But we gotta do what we gotta do, I suppose. Same with this. This is a difficult, like this leaf right here is a difficult thing to figure out the break line for. We did over here. Maybe we'll do this. Let's see. Let's follow this down. We're gonna do a new layer. So that's kind of like the curvature. Honestly, that's not bad to just do like a single line like that. That's not even bad. I'm just gonna do that, I think. Let's just do that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our monoline. And we're just going to... I should have kept that line up because that was honestly pretty good. That was bad. It was very bad. Like that. Tough one. How does your eye follow this? Let's see. I don't really want to do... This looks unnatural to me. But then that's just like too intense. That's actually not as bad as I'm thinking. Maybe like there. No, too far out. There. I think that's fine. Now we need one here. And we need probably one like right here. It's the problem with doing organic botanical stuff is the all the break lines. Ooh, maybe we'll try this. Go like this. Is that terrible? I feel like I hate it. It's hard to because I want your eye to follow this, and I feel like these lines are so strong in the middle that it just kind of ruins it. Honestly, too, this is such an important part for if anyone's rewatching this or anyone is just watching and not kind of just hanging back. If you're new to stained glass, in my opinion, these lines where you're making it possible make or break a piece. There's been so many like new stained glass artists that I see if I'm scrolling through Instagram or something, and I see them making big pictures like this, and if the lines that they use, the break lines that they use to make it possible aren't right, it looks bad. And it's not even new stained glass artists either. It's some people that just, some stained glass artists, the break lines are just not good. And this is why it's so hard though, because it's just like, I kind of, maybe I'm just too obsessive over it, but there's so many things where I love like half of the piece, but then the way that they actually segmented all the different pieces to fit everything together and make it, it's just like wrong. It's so wrong. So I'm being a little intense about this because if you don't get it right, you can make it just look like absolute But here, I'm going to put it back up here. It changes it so much. If anyone sees me obsessing about this too, it's probably so silly to it's probably so silly, but to me it's not. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do, because it's honestly it's just this line right here that's upsetting me. It's triggering me. I'm triggered. We're going to cut this and oops, we're gonna paste it into its own layer. So that way we can, this one's fine. I like this. Kind of creates a frame within a frame. The other one was not good. Maybe all it is following. Where are you? Where is this line right here? Okay. What we're going to do. Nope. Terrible. There has to be a way to do this and it look good. There has to be a way. Ugh. It's offensive. Alright, hold on. We're gonna get rid of the monoline. The monoline, so all of my final designs are done with monoline. Monoline makes it feel very final. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna mess with syrup, because syrup is easier to work with. We're going to add to the layer hell that I have right now, and we're just gonna play with the flow of things. The flow. So like I think I've mentioned this before. My art teacher in high school would get on me so much if I drew if we were drawing with pencil and you draw your lines like in little tiny segmented lines. He was like, "You can't do that. Don't do that." And I still to this day do it, and I make money by doing art professionally. So I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want. I'll make a scritchy, scraggly line if I want to. what do we think of this for flow? I mean, the line sucks. I mean, he has a point, but it's better. Ooh, hold on. Okay, wait. So what if like this? We followed this line. This is fine. And then we did like a, oops, I hate that. I hate that so much. Follow this line, and then we did like a, we can do this, I promise. Like that. But it's going to curve to meet this leaf. Whew, what do we think of this? Ish. Something like that. Ooh, I almost kind of like the two pieces. Hold on. Let's keep going with this. Like having it be these two pieces right here. It's kind of flowy, kind of flowing. Here, see what I'm talking about? So your eye is following this little flower branch, and then the glass break goes, and then there's two other pieces there, or there's one other line there. And then maybe this, no, because I like this following this line. I was thinking maybe this leaf kind of, maybe it goes like this. Ugh, no, that creates like a, it's not good. This was better. I like this one. That's better than the other option, I think. it's still like this piece right here is terrible. Like if we're doing a background piece, this where there's all these lumpy bumpy little flower pieces we got to cut out, we still have to kind of figure this out. But this, I kind of like this. So maybe we can follow think organically. Think like a flower. If I were a flower made out of glass, how would I want to break? That's not a good question. It's not a good question at all. I'll be back in just a moment. I think my husband is outside and I cannot hear if my baby is crying, so give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I need a better AFK. That was my husband's AFK thing that he made. I used to have a cool video. Okay. We're just gonna sit. We're gonna sit with this and we're gonna soak it. Just, and also, like, just to kind of another thing for, anyone rewatching this, or if you're watching and you're a stained glass artist or a budding stained glass artist, people will say, like, oh, you charge that much. But when you really get into making your own patterns and making your own designs, I mean, hold on, let's get some statistics. Let's get some stats up in here. Oops. Part of the process and part of the monetary value that you put on it is how long that pattern took you to make. It takes me a while to make stuff. So let's see. Canvas information. Watch this. It be like an hour for this one. Let's see. Statistics. This one was an hour and 46 minutes. But this was something that I built upon with another thing. Maybe that's in here. That one was an hour and 46 minutes. But it started from... This was the original. And this took me 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add those together. Over 2 hours. Ooh, you know what the best one is? Hold on. Where is it? This is collections. The Mushroom Moon. This is the best one. This one, so the Mush Moon, if you all are familiar with my work or possibly remember my work, I made this and it was about yay big. It's pretty big. And it took me, I think, 16 hours. I don't remember. 16 hours to actually make it in glass. And the canvas itself, drawing it and finalizing it, took 9 hours. So to get like the final perfect, what I thought was perfect for, and I'm pretty sure Procreate only counts when you're making brush strokes as drawing time. So that is 9 hours of altering brush strokes. I could be wrong, but anyway, in case anyone's like, oh, but it's not that much, you're just doing the same, like, you're just cutting glass and it's not a big deal. It's because it takes forever. This one is already 2 hours. Woo! My baby is awake. She's not crying though. She's hanging out, rubbing her eyes. I might have to cut the stream short because I don't know how long she's going to be, or how long Brian's going to be on the phone for. Alright, I'm going to go get her. I'm going to see if I can see how long Brian's going to be. I will be back in just a moment. All right. Sorry about that. I had to go get little one. Oh, you can't see. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead. I wanted to get a little bit more done today, but I got stuck on this. I'm gonna have to end it. Today's just kind of a weird day. Like I said, Saturdays are circumstantial days. This Saturday I won't be streaming, so I'll be streaming next Wednesday at 3 p.m. If I get another like random time to stream, there might be like just days where I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna stream. I might do that, and if that's the case, then I will post that in my Discord. So if you're not a part of it, you should join. I have all the links in my descriptions and stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me, y'all, and I will see you hopefully by next Wednesday, definitely 3 p.m. Eastern time. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.